All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Returners Hideout number 312. We are back, and we have our second week of the new set here. Oh man, I am excited to see what players are up to this week. Will we see more of what we saw last week? Hopefully some new things as well. Plenty to be excited about. Let's go ahead and dive right in. I want to go to table 2, which is going to be Irving versus Logan Palmer, so we can see what's going on over there. Logan did almost take it last week with a cool Ice Earth deck. It's nice to see Ice Earth is back on the menu. We'll see if that's what he's up to again tonight. And then Irving, who knows, dude? He's always cooking something cool. One of the reasons I want to go over there and see what he's up to. So let's get that game up on the screen. Okay. Looks like, oh boy, we've got some Stranger of Paradise stuff going on over here. We'll look at that in just a second. And then down here, yes, it looks like we are running back that Ice Earth deck with that splash, that touch of lightning that we saw being played last week here by Logan. How am I doing? Oh, you handsome treasure hunter. Thank you, Kink. Flattery will get you everywhere. What's going on? Oh, and Schnell Music. We have all the Envy Gaming celebrities in chat tonight. Guys, good to see you. Good to see you, my friends. You know, we're doing good, man. I'm getting ready here to head on up to New Jersey for the holiday season. Spend a week up in Dirty Jersey, visiting family and friends and stuff like that. Eating good pizza and all the above. Yeah, you know, filling my face with Thanksgiving food. We will not have a stream next week. We are going to be off for the holiday. So, of course, spend some time with your family and loved ones. Do the thing. And we'll be back on the other side of Thanksgiving. Do I want to have dinner with you and Dylan one night while I'm there? You live in New Jersey now. Oh yeah, whereabouts? I imagine pretty far down. But yeah, if we might be able to put something together, dude. My nights are quickly filling up. So I might only have like 1 or 2 options for you. But yeah, man, I'd be down. That's the weird thing about being in town for, you know, a short time and also having the holidays, you know. Oh, brother, hell yeah. Well, if you want, man, I plan to get to town late Saturday, so it'll probably be, I have like some availability to do stuff on Sunday, but that'll also be like the first day I'm around. So, you know, you guys know how the folks get. Of course, they, despite me being there for Thanksgiving, they're gonna, you know, they want to do stuff. So, I might be free Sunday night. You know, I'm not sure. I am working still while I'm up there, but I'm remote and everything. So, Monday night I'm busy. Tuesday night I don't have anything yet. Wednesday night I guess I don't have anything yet. I'm so used to being busy on Wednesday nights. Thursday, Friday I'm busy, and then Saturday I'm leaving. So really it's gonna be either Sunday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and I'll have to let you know. Cool. Sounds good to me, man. Yeah, I mean, that's what my favorite thing to do is to try to see as many people as I can. You know, I love the homies, man. Alright, anyway, sorry, there's some cool stuff happening here and we're ignoring all of it. On Irving's side of the table, he is playing a Wind Fire deck that looks like it's got a whole bunch of Strangers of Paradise cards in it. He's got Chaos Advent. I saw the new Wind Jack Garland go to the break zone. So let's take a quick little peek at what's going on here, dude. So we've got Jack Garland is also card named Garland in all situations. At the beginning of the attack phase during each of your turns, choose one category Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins card in your break zone. We're just gonna say Sopfo from now on, guys, for the rest of the stream. I hope that's okay. Maybe we just say Soppy, dude. Just Soppy cards. Choose one category Soppy card in your break zone. No, I don't like that. Sopfo card in your break zone, add it to your hand. If you control a dark forward, Jack Garland cannot be chosen. by your opponent summons or abilities. So that's pretty cool. He wants you to control a dark forward, but he's like, doesn't really, I feel like it doesn't really play well with the one that's like, I'm Jack Garland and I'm Garland or all that shit. He is a Garland, so you can't have him out with the Dark Garland. Blah, blah, blah. And then, okay, at the beginning of the attack phase, he chooses a Stranger Paradise card in the break zone and adds it to hand. So, I mean, that's pretty darn good. Every turn he just does the thing. Of course, that is why our opponent wanted to kill him, so he is dead. Now we have Chaos Advent. When Chaos Advent is put from the field to the break zone, reveal the top 7 cards of your deck. You may play up to 1 category Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins forward among them onto the field. Then shuffle the other cards revealed and return them to the bottom of your deck. The forward's element becomes dark and it gains job. Chaos. Okay. So first is a 9k, so we did a bad attack into it on purpose to trigger this ability. So it's done. We put it from the field to the break, so we'll reveal the top 7 cards of our deck. We have Tiamat, Chaos Advent, and Merilith. Okay. So we're gonna play Tiamat, it looks like. So then Tiamat is a dark, and he already is Job Chaos, but now he's a dark forward. And when he enters the field, he just kills 1 thing. Oh, it's a character though. Wow, that's pretty cool. Choose a character of cost 5 or more. So we are going to kill our opponent's Cindy, getting rid of the light or the earth backup. Sorry. Also, Cindy, I mean, it does get rid of the lightning as well, so then she can produce ice, lightning, and earth CP. What a cool card, man. I'm probably going to say that every time I look at this card for the rest of the set. I love those kinds of cards, man. Like Urianger and Cindy are just such cool cards, man. They make my, like, all my deck building wheels just turn, dude. It's funny because people were talking to me about, well, they're talking a little bit about Dancer, like full-blown Dancer tribal, like playing as many standard unit dancers as you can type of dancers in the Discord, and they're asking me my opinion on it, and I was like, oh, I don't really like going that all in on. You know, all the wind dancers pretty much aren't worth the time of day to me, besides a couple Pinillos here and there, so I'd rather, you know, take advantage of the strengths of Mono Water and focus on those guys. But that being said, there was a great Dancer upgrade this set. It was Urianger, dude. That guy. The water, the Mono Water backup, and now you can tap for lightning. Oh, perfect. Perfection, dude. This is what we needed. That's incredible. That's incredible. Very happy to see that. That's the best Dancer card in the whole set. Urianger. Alright, so now we've got this Chaos Tiamat on the field. He's dark and broody. And I suppose now if we had the Jack Garland on the field with this guy that had triggered off of the Chaos Advent, then, you know, we'd be popping, dude. We'd be locked and loaded. We'd be rocking and rolling. We'd have all of our synergies going with the Jack Garland and the dark guy. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, there he is. 5 CP for old Jack Garland himself. He's going to come down here. And what does he get when we have the dark card here? So we have a dark forward, so he can't be chosen by summons or abilities. So that's pretty cool. If we had enough wind characters, Tiamat would also have a similar thing. But it's really, if you control 7 or more wind characters, and old Tiamat himself here is not even wind anymore. So we're never getting there. It's really just a break the character thing that we've got going on, which is cool. I mean, and it did basically make his next turn be replay the backup and take things slow a little here. Able to come in for another point of damage and clear the forwards. Irving doing what he kind of has to do here, which is keep that pressure on, but he's down to only 1 card in his hand. He's probably, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he just loses that card in his hand. Oh man, I was gonna say, and then next turn, like, we literally just discard the card and then hold for Arcanist. But Tiamat is a 4, not a 5. For some reason I thought they were 5s. I think there's probably only like 5 different cards named Tiamat that have cost 5 or something like that. Usually Tiamat's very expensive. So this Tiamat and Jack Garland are both different costs, which is nice. However, it looks like they're both gone. We're going to go ahead and push to nuke the Tiamat for 8k. Now there is no longer a dark forward on the field, so Jack Garland can be chosen. So YKT63 is gonna go ahead and he's gonna choose that guy and they'll freeze it. Then what do we do here? Oh, he only has one card in hand, so he breaks it. If your opponent has one card or less in their hand, break it instead. Yikes! Yeah. Oh, YKT63 ejected him from the game with the super kick, dude. If you know, you know. Gave him the old. That is too funny. Prish is gonna just be freezing, dude. She got warped early, now she comes in, she's gonna freeze the fire backup. Both these players attacking each other's like off-color backup, which is always a good strategy to slow them down when they're playing these multicolor decks. Ranger, dude, hell yeah. To just break a monster, very interesting. Curious. The Galka and the artifact armor, dude, bow drawn, man. The real ones, no. Sons of Bastok, no, dude. Alright, we got a little Zidane, dude, a little rat-a-tat-tat drummer boy, milling some cards off the top. It is interesting if it does come down to it. We saw Logan actually get like a deck out victory against multiple opponents, I think 2 out of 3 last week, if not all of them, before the tiebreaker match. And we had seen Irving, even in his game, it had gone to the very end and it had gone very close. And we were like, man, if only he had some of those mill Zidanes in there, that would have really been effective. So it's funny to see, of course, that Limit Break Zidane is here and he is doing his thing. And Irving is actually 10 cards up on Logan right now. But we will see if Logan is able to just put enough pressure down over these next few turns that won't matter in the end, because I believe that's how it shook out in their last game. But eventually Logan just had a lot of big scary forwards, like the post Kefka, and we're warping another Prish here, looks like. So you are allowed to do this, of course, because warping Prish is not casting her and playing her on the field. So we warp the Prish, she gets removed from the game and blasts a guy, and now we're basically, we've got a backup Prish on deck in case something happens to our girl here. And, oh boy, Darkness Manifest. We're gonna pay 2, we're gonna remove a Fire, Wind, Earth, and Water character. No, did we pay the full 7, dude? Let's see here, sorry, this is no longer auto-scrolling. Yeah, we sure did, dude. We ran that bad boy out. Full 7. Beginning the main phase 1, during each of your turns, Darkness Manifest deals the opponent a point of damage, man. I don't think that is not how Irving wanted to play that card, man. He did not want to just run it out. He did not want to just kind of play it on a prayer here. But what he is doing that's kind of interesting is he's saying, oh, you want to play that second Prish? Yeah, well, I'm not going to remove your Prish. I'm going to play this guy that you want to remove. Would you like to reset the board? Because that's good for me. That you kill your own Prish. If you don't reset the board, this Prish is gonna just run into itself. So he's putting like the action on Logan to do something, and again, Irving is kind of getting close to successfully stalling this game out if it goes just a few more turns like this. Logan has 7 max more turns here, and way ahead on deck compared to Irving, which was not the case in these games we were seeing last week from the same deck from Logan here. What is this Fire playlist from? Dude, you won't believe me when I tell you. YouTube. That's our secret technology. We've been deploying this hidden technology for almost 6 years. You just have to know the magical words. Sometimes really what happens is every single Wednesday you play a couple long form Final Fantasy music YouTube videos, and then the algorithm starts serving you absolute bangers on a silver platter. I don't even have to try anymore, dude. I just open YouTube, especially on Wednesday, and Google knows. It's like, here you go. How about this today? We've been running these for a minute. These Final Fantasy VI mixes have been out for a couple months, I'd say. Usually we get a couple that we like in the rotation, run them for a while, and then bounce over to some new videos in the rotation. I like to think, you know, there's nothing wrong with a repeat offender, because these are all songs that we've heard 100,000 times, and they're still good. Anyway, Kefka, dude, let's take a look at this guy. Kefka has been the talk of the town, man. He's a really, really neat card. But also, I saw, speaking of Nick, I saw him make a post today that got a lot of people going about this Kefka. So yes, of course, he has that same kind of alternate cost like Cecil has. Like, you know how Rosa was doing all that annoying ass shit with Cecil and reducing him to just the so she doesn't reduce, she still doesn't pay with any color, but Cecil can also be reduced by 1. He can be reduced by 2 to 0 because of that alternate cost. Teleka and him worked in really weird ways. There were all these like rulings about it when that Cecil first came out. Yeah, man, if you have things that reduce the cost, the casting cost, you can reduce the alternate casting cost with them. So I don't think we're doing it in this deck. I think in this deck we're doing it the long, hard, honest way, which is nothing wrong with that. I think the Cindy synergy with it is so cool. And clearly intended. These cards are in the set together, you know, a nice piece of design there from Hobby Japan. But the Kefka getting played in decks with Sid Hayes and then getting paid for just 1 ice CP is definitely a little troll, and has gotta feel bad if you're on the receiving end of that one for the first time. Or really, probably if you're ever on the receiving end of that one. Not to mention Sid Hayes into Kefka is a pretty bag-breaking lockdown 1-2 punch. So you're going to be looking for a nice reset on the other side of that one. Oh, speaking of cool 1-2 punches, we've got this Furion here, who enables a great next play. So let's look at this. This is one of the new cards from the set. A Fire, Wind, Limit Break card in Furion from Final Fantasy II. He's a warrior and a rebel, which is a nice little combo for him. Of course, warrior's always relevant now. When Furion enters the field, choose up to 3 fire backups and or wind backups and activate them, so he gets a little rebate. Then you get to look at the top 2 cards of the deck and add a card among them to the hand. So he does it. He looks at the top 3 cards. Whether or not he adds the Garland, we're not sure, but he does play the Jack Garland off of those reactivated backups, which is nice because the Furion is effectively -2 from coming out of the Limit Break deck, and then minus these 3. So he ends up being a lot cheaper than that 7. He ends up feeling pretty great. Plus, you just get the next best thing to do out of the top cards of your deck. Jack Garland here. Remember, at the beginning of the attack phase, he gets to just add one of those cards back to our hand. So we did just that, and we added back. What did we add back? Sophia, let's look at her, man. This is a 21, Opus 21 from the first kind of round of these guys. When Sophia enters the field, choose one summon your break. So if you control 2 or more category Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins forwards, add it to your hand. When you cast a summon, you may dull 1 active soft forward, not character, forward you control. When you do so, choose a forward. Deal 5,000 damage. So she does cool things with summons, but really, she's just going to be adding those cards back to our hand. Do nice efficient forward to play here. So Sophia is coming down right now. We are getting a summon of choice back to hand. Let's see what we target. It's going to be the 4CV Alexandra. That's pretty good synergy there. Here comes Mist Dragon. Mist Dragon's going to go ahead and remove the break zone from the game, and draw a card for our troubles. 1 smacker off the top. Dude, Pennsauken. Is that not the most fucking New Jersey Indian-ass name for a town you've ever heard? The New Jerseyans in chat will know, dude. Gotta look this up. Also sounds like a special move that a character would use in like Street Fighter or something, dude. Pennsauken! Oh, it's literally, no wonder it's called Pennsauken. It's sucking on Pennsylvania, dude. You're like basically in Philadelphia. Basically Cherry Hill, Cherry Pill. I love that, dude. Love a little Cherry Hill. Yeah, maybe, brother. That is a clean hour and a half from my parents' place. So we will see. It might be a thing that where on my way back home, it makes more sense on the way back down. Like to just drive through. Let me turn this down a little bit. Oh, maybe that's too much. Maybe there's a lot of it. There we go. Having 2 Arcanists on the field is wild work. Yeah, my man's gonna have to pay for those though, but he's gotta, I mean, again, it's not even the Arcanists that are gonna do the thing here. He's just gotta, my man's just gonna be attacking. He's gonna be attacking. He's just gonna be attacking. We don't have to prevent attacks. We're just gonna kill him. We're just gonna kill him. Turns out, you know, the Kefka turns a lot of pressure. Then you get the old then you get the old Neo X Death. Oh, really just puts the nail in the coffin there. Okay, what are we doing here? Neon! When Neon enters the field, choose 2 forwards. If you control 2 or more... Oh, what are we doing? Oh, we're playing it off the Chaos Advent. The hell? What the heck? No, never mind. We played Neon. Oh, we shot this guy. We shot our own dude for 8k. Okay, so we killed our own Chaos Advent, and we played Merilith. Now Merilith comes in, and Merilith is gonna 8k Kefka, but we have the Neon, so it's +1. And then we don't have enough fire characters, so we pass the turn. I mean, hey man, we sure are playing Final Fantasy 1, or I guess actually Strangers of Paradise characters. We only need the 1 damage. Neo X-Death stands tall. There's a million cards in Logan's hand. Larketius is gonna get back old Legs. Legs is gonna dull and kill. Sorry, it's gonna just blow up old Neon. She does not do anything on the way out the door. We're gonna cast Mateus to dull Merilith. And then Neo X that's gonna do his thing and come in for that 7 point of damage, man. So well played here by Logan. Very close. 4 cards left of the deck. Irving not quite able to punch through. Oh, there's Zidane. See, this guy would have certainly helped this attacker a couple of those last few turns, but man. Post the Kefka turn, I mean, I think that Logan just has these big kind of like bombs, and it's a little bit tough for Irving to crawl back in without the right combos there. Alright, let's see what else is getting played at these other tables, folks. Switching table. I've got results from only from table 2, so there's plenty to see. What are the pairings? Well, let's see what Mr. Tyler Ray is up to, dude. Table 3 versus June. And I need to get another beverage. I see 2 alones on the table. I see a lot of ice. Dude, ice is back on the menu, folks. There's a lot of ice players. We got a Raw Law sighting. It's another Kefka deck. It certainly is another ice, earth, lightning thing going on here. We got a Raw Law. Alright, dude. Final Fantasy VIII Mono Ice? Or no, Final Fantasy VIII Ice Lightning it looks like, but it's cosplaying as Mono Ice or no? Okay. Dude, I've played Final Fantasy VIII Ice Lightning before in my life. I think I took a Final Fantasy VIII Ice Lightning deck to a tournament one time. Hey, Nick was at that tournament. Alright, let me go get myself a drink. Oh, where's my chair stuck on? Oh. Oh. Folks, they got Santa on the Coke cans, and it's too damn early. You know what I'm saying? Crack a cold one, though. Alright, we got a judge call? Hold on. JR, you got 1 minute. Nice. Never mind. Okay. They solved it. Alright. Let's look at this game. We're back. We're back. So it looks like probably going to be Ice Earth at the bottom here. Doing quite well against this I keep wanting to say mono ice, but this ice lightning deck. As ice lightning deck looks like it's got very few permanents on the table, but I don't know, we'll see. It's got them up to 5 damage already. And whoop! I was gonna say it's got them up to 5 damage, and these are some pretty hasty Mamma Jammas. They maybe don't even have to play any hasty Mamma Jamma though if we just clear the table here. We're gonna play Eden. We're gonna what the fuck? Carbuncle, brother! Oh my goodness. The Carbuncle protection. Choose a character you control, dull it. Until the end of the turn it gains. This character cannot be broken. This character can't be chosen by some of their abilities. So yeah, we're gonna say no. We're gonna dull Rala with the Carbuncle, and then Rala's gonna kill Laguna because it became dull. And then Laguna dies. Oh my god, did he just LOL GG and it quits. This is sick. First of all, this was sick that we were gonna play Eden for 30k damage, but then Carbuncle, protect the Rala, dull the Rala, kill the Laguna. Very, very fun. Very cool. Also drawing the card back off of this. Yeah, that's very fun. Kudos. Very, very neat. Alright, let us move on to the next table. Table 1 and 2 and 3 are done. That means we were looking for table 4 here. Well, this looks like a mono water monsters versus an ice earth. Let's take a look here. Alright, yeah, this looks like mono water monsters. A lot of monsters. We got the Apkalus. We've even got 1CB Sahagin here. So this is a committed monster build. And then we have on the bottom an ice wind deck. Looks like we're probably doing some cheeky Kefka stuff, as well as just potent, powerful ice wind combo. That was kind of nasty. I'm sorry. Also had the Mist Dragon in hand. Well, at least the Mist Dragon, right? If you dull something so it doesn't take the damage to die, he can still attack with the 2 forwards. But the fact that you get to just kill the Laguna with the dull Rala is pretty good. I mean, it's gonna get dulled no matter what, right? I mean, that's really the problem. There is Rala. He has to solve it. Tries to solve it. Gets Kerspluid. Dude, we've got Sin on the table. Sin, this Wind Sin says during your opponent's turn, they cannot use action abilities, which means Gao will not be able to turn anybody into a forward. Tros will not be animating, although he can animate right now, but we won't be attacking with the Blue Worm. We won't be doing anything with old Sahagin here. Now it's like, oh, well, we could attack with Gao, and trigger the Marlboro auto ability. Ah, yes, but remember, Sin has another ability. For 4 CP, 2 wind and 2 regular of anything, choose 1 auto ability and cancel its effect. He's a neat little card, man. Like, he's very slow, so you gotta do him either where he is actually really disruptive or where he has some protection. In this situation, I think we're hoping it's the former. I don't think he's got a lot of protection lined up. With Lesiford isn't on the field, dude. Look at this fucking... Look at this, man. Never seen the Sin before? Yeah, he's from all the way back in Opus 14. He was definitely a little tech for a minute there. He's really good against monsters. You know, they just can't animate themselves on the turn to attack. Who's the one on the bottom? That's Lesiford, dude. So he's a little gamba for me, but let's just say this guy saw next to 0 play when he came out. Maybe we have a critical mass of cards that we would like to hit with him now. What he does is he, and when he enters the field, you reveal the top 5. Oh, sorry, who's the player? My bad, I should have put the people. The player on the bottom is Brian C. And he is against JR on top. When Lesiford enters the field, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Play 1 wind character, cost 5 or less among them onto the field. And return the other cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. I mean, if he hit that Northstalin, it's pretty damn good, right? Looks like we're doing Leo Limit Break here. Drawing a card. Yeah, sorry, I can do that for names too. So he is using using Sin to stop the auto ability of Titus. Did we pay and everything, huh? Yeah, he sure did. Did he not notice that the Sin could do that? Did we... Did we just let that happen to us? Still worth. I mean, he gets to play the Titus. You go super wide. You take 2 cards out of his hand. Sin can't cancel Marlboro. Sure. Then you attack with Gao. What just happened there? He can't. He just tried to use an action ability that he can't do. Yeah, he can't. He can't do that. It's so funny he just tried to activate the action ability. Is it true? Oh yeah, the forwards opponent controls can't use action abilities. This is true. Yeah, he even says to him forward action abilities. He goes, oh. Yes, Hagen is not a forward. That is true. Yeah, he can use the monsters. Yeah. Good call. So yeah, Hagen's going to return the Gao to hand. Gao's going to come back down. And he's going to tuck the Sin. And now we've got free reign here, right? Gao can tap and make somebody a dude. And we'll probably just do that 1 attack. It's going to be Tros, which is interesting. And we're going to attack. It's Dorgan. Dorgan, dude. Look at that, huh? Oh, Opus 22 Legend Dorgan. I think it's been a minute since we've revisited Wind Ice, dude. It's cool to see somebody giving it a spin this week. course, Rosa. Rosa making a lot of sense in the deck. That is happy to be triggering those casts. Time and round 750. That is correct. All these guys. I have a drop. Did Tyler get raw-lawed into oblivion? No, it was Irving. The Rebels not getting there this week. Okay. Can't win them all. Yao still got the arrow dragging all the way over to his boy, indicating yes, I will be using this again this turn. I wonder if that's just weird on our screen and they don't still see that. Interesting, we're playing Schultz here. Schultz. Our new military advisor is EX Burst. When he enters the field, look at the top 3 cards of the deck, return them to the top and or bottom in any order. Then reveal the top card of the deck if it is a water card added to your hand. It's pretty cool. Basically, look at the top 3 cards added to your hand. You also get to manipulate the top card of your deck as you make the second card, the top card of your deck that you want to stay on top. Very, very neat card. Kind of fits right into all that stuff people are doing with Alchemist and Loprid always to manipulate the deck in water. Very good EX burst as well. Sorry. Got a tickle in my throat. Alright, so when we told these guys it was timing around, that was... Okay, turn off auto scroll. That was the previous turn on Brian's turn, so this is T1. I mean, I think Water's got this one in a million different ways, but... I guess let's start getting our results recorded, huh? Don't wait for this match, I'm not that BM. Alright, we had June take it 7-5 over Tyler. The Rala victory. Kurt 7-6 over Greg. Nice, Kurt. Greg's a tough cookie. Table 3, we had June 7-5 over Tyler. We did that one already. Table 2, we had Logan 7-3 over Irving. Got 2 Ice Earth gamers going into the next round with a win. Wonder if they will be meeting each other in the finals, or one of them will be stepping on the other on the way to the top. Alright, Barricus Fivicus asks, what is 8.18535277719 squared? I really hope it's a good number like 69 or something, dude. I bet it is. Because it's just over 8. Nope, it's 67.0000000005 apparently. Not quite there, dude. Alright, 67. Oh, there you go. Hey, they got me. If you say 67, does it still work? I don't think so. I mean, I guess I'll let the kids decide. Gao, Dulvi, Apkalu, Rosa, Luso, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damage 5. Six, dude. Oh, 6. Oh. Doesn't matter anymore. It can just be 2 numbers. It's funny. Yeah, dude. It's, you know, it's just how it be. Look, 6 and 7 have always been funny numbers, man. Look, we were telling that one about 7 eating 9. Like, I know 7 eating 9, but you know what I mean. We were telling that joke left and right, dude. At least in my, when I was growing up. Man, I love that joke. I mean, dude, 6 is terrified of 7. 7's a freak. Dude, the Asura. Very interesting. Untapping. So we have blocks, dude, and it's almost triggering on the opponent's turn. Oh no, it's not the opponent's turn. Sorry, it's Asura on his turn, adding it back to his hand as the second cast. I didn't see it scroll down to his turn. Okay, so we did that. We tackled all the blue worms. That was turn 1. Now this is turn 2. Dude, if he can play this at Ain, he can actually win. Non-amigo, brother. Hell yeah. When non-amigo enters the field, choose one of the 2 following actions. Choose a forward to cost 2 or less in the opponent's break zone, play it on the field. Or choose a summon to cost 3 or less in your opponent's break zone, cast it as though you owned it without paying the cost. If you cast it, remove the summon from the game after use instead of putting it in the break zone. That is the 3rd cast on Rosa, so we activated our backups. Non-amigo is going to choose a summon from our opponent's break zone. We're choosing Kukulane, and we're going to cast it. It does say cast it as though you owned it, so that does just get us right to cast 4. I have an item. I have an item from this character equipped to my character right now in Final Fantasy 11, which I will show you when we are between rounds. Whom's Nana is this? This is no one's Dana, that's her first name. Nana Mido. She's no one's Nana, that's for sure. She leads a little merry band of thieves, dude. Alright, we're getting Kukaspel, dude? Okay. Casting Kukaspel. Oh, was that the 5th character off of Rosa? So we were casting Kukaspel. They select a forward they control to dull freeze, so we're dull freezing Leo. We did play Zidane and we took the top card of the deck, so they're down to 4 cards in deck. We could attack with Zidane. We can still attack with the Atomos, right? And we can cast their Leviathan, which forces a draw from Tros. It's mandatory. So, like, what are there are some things we can do here, right? We can, like... We can bounce Leviathan back to their hand. So we could attack with Zidane, hold priority. No, we need to do it with the Atomos first. We need to attack with the Atomos to activate all this stuff. Then we Leviathan back to hand. Then this kills one of these two. It has to kill Zidane because it represents 2 cards. I'm seeing we need the card off of the Zidane attack, and we also need the card from one of Tomos. Like we need the card from this attack, and we need a card from damage to get him down below. Gonna block with Leviathan, yeah. Of course. It almost came in this turn? Okay, sorry, my bad. Because he's got him, man, he's got him down to... Did we use Evray yet? Because here, if he Kukulanes, he draws a card. Now he Evrays a thing up. We did, yeah. I mean, we probably did, but if we can cast this Leviathan, we're in business, but I don't think we can. Yeah, he did it. He played. You're right. He played Atomos first, then he activated Bloodsport right away. Then cast Asura, and then activated both those. Okay. Yeah, he's 1 CP shy of the dub here. Sorry guys, this is going very long over. Oh, Lulu, hello. Do we have the free kill Alexander in there? I mean, we sure do. Kill Leviathan. Kill Gao, sure. Oh, kill Gao, shrink Leviathan. That's pretty gross. Because Leviathan blocked the fucking Zidane. Okay. I mean, now you pass and it's the end of turns. But I think if I'm JR, I have to concede the game here, right? I mean, but I don't tell these people what to do. Okay, cool. So that should be the end of that. Sorry that that took a long time. Let's pair the next round. Wait. Wait, no. Wait. Hold on. The game, I'm bringing the game back. My man played lightning, and he's attacking. Oh, never mind. He says now he says he'll concede. Okay. I was like, wait. Wait. Is he about to win? Okay, anyway. Oh wait, the lightning doesn't have haste because, I'm also telling him his lightning doesn't have haste because Leo is on the table. He's not a face-up card in the limit break deck. So she wouldn't have had haste. Just so he knows that. Anyway. Alright, so he says he's conceding there, so it's going to be 7-6. Very close, but JR does deck out, basically. Brian almost able to actually make him deck out, which was pretty cool. But, it does end on time. Alright. So sorry about the wait, folks. Irving is out. Irving is out. This round is saved in the books. And we go to the next round. Okay. Tyler, I'm so sorry about your bye, brother. Irving dropped, so it's gotta be somebody. Pairings are up for round 2. Man, that took a long time. Alright. Boom. Pairings are up. The buys are weighted to me. I got one last week too, brother. Trust me, I know it can feel that way. When you think about it, last week, brother, you and Kurt and Brian all got the buy. So, you know, there's a pretty high chance that one of the people playing tonight was going to be like, oh man, hey, I got a buy last week. It just is what it is. And the week before that, you know who got the buys? Logan and Greg and Xavier. So it's like going back to the last 2 weeks, every single person playing except JR and June has had a buy at some point. So it just is, you know. Actually, looking back at it, it's crazy how even it is. You're the first double. But yeah, it's you know, it just feels, of course it feels that way. Those are the ones that stick out to us, right? The times it happens to us. Alright, we've got table 1 and table 3 look like they're populating here. Table 1 is going to be Brian versus June. We know that June is on the Ice Earth deck. We know that Brian is on the Wind Ice. Logan versus Kurt, table 2. We know Logan is on Ice Earth as well. We don't know what Kurt is playing at tonight, and he won his first round against Greg. So maybe let's check out what's going on at table 2. And then we can pop over to table 1 when we're done there. So we don't know what Greg is on, we don't know what Kurt is on. JR is playing Greg at table 3. JR is playing Mono Water Monsters. So we jump in here, and we'll get to see one of the 2 decks we don't know what it is yet, rather. Alright. Let's get some names on the screen, then get the games on the screen. This is going to be Logan again on the left. Logan being on stream the last 3 games, I think, if you count last week. Kurt on the right here. Okay, and zoom. Alright, Kurt looks like he's playing something with Earth and Wind in it. Maybe Earth, Wind 7. I see a Class 8 Moogle that produces Earth and Wind CP, and then we've got Yuffie going into damage here. Maybe ninjas, maybe Earth Wind 7, who knows? Let's see. I'm curious. Meanwhile, on the other side of the table, we had a Rufus start into Rydia on the second turn. So it looks like it was a Rufus pass, then Class 8 Moogle pass, then Rufus attack. Choose discard, hits the Yuffie, then we pitch 3 for Rydia. We go get Unalesca and a summon that is now in our hand, a Kusith. But man, that costs a lot for Logan. He does have like this Rufus that's going to get some value over time, but my man is already done a 1 card in hand, and the last card in his hand is a Kusith, so he's looking to draw action off the top of his deck, hopefully. Folks, Thanksgiving is coming up next week here in the States. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food, man? What is the thing that you're just hoping is either you're making sure it's on the table at your Thanksgiving, or whatever Thanksgiving you are attending, you are hoping it's there, dude. You're filling your plate up. Ham from Barricus Fivicus, dude. You get like you're talking like the big like spiral ham kind of thing, like a Virginia ham type of deal. Dude, when those are done right, you're right. That's like Thanksgiving is one of the few times a year you get a big ham. They're good ham, any ham, dude. Hell yeah, love that, love that. I know it's boring. I'm a sucker for mashed potatoes, and let me tell you, one thing that growing up, man, we had the mashed potatoes all the time, and I guess took for granted that mom was putting a whole lot of effort into mashed potatoes, dude. Because you know what, I certainly am not putting in the amount of effort to make at home for myself anymore. Mashed potatoes, all right? I want pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes. I want delicious cream corn, dude. I love cream corn. What do we got? Locke. Oh, baby. He's a treasure hunter, folks. He's coming down, and he is going to pilfer a card. Our opponent gets to draw a card from the top of their deck. It looks like we rolled a die. Love that. Logan rolling a 2 from a 6-sided die targets the second card. Kusith gets discarded. Sorry for the yawn there, folks. Kusith gets discarded. We have the Emperor showing himself from the Limit Break deck as a card that came down as a follow-up for Kurt. I think, if anything, this is more signaling that Kurt is... No, I guess not. He did have the Tiro in hand. He had the Regis. Oh, no, Regis just went to damage. Interesting that we didn't want to develop another backup here. Like, we're not going to block with Emperor. Emperor, I don't think he really got anything for us that turn. You could replace ham for meat. 99% of the time is still accurate. Yeah, just into the meat. Yeah, hey, I'm here for that, dude. Yeah, I'm like proper Irish heritage lad, dude. I just want all the potatoes. I want the mashed potatoes. I want the sweet potatoes. I want a baked potato. I want mashed potatoes and a baked potato. And some sweet potatoes. All on my Thanksgiving plate. I want French cut string beans. I want cream corn. I want a biscuit, dude. I want gravy. I want cranberry sauce. I want stuffing. You know, you feel me? 'Tis the season. Well, we're not going to be here next week, folks, because we are going to be traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday. So there will be no tournament next week, no stream next week. We will be back with everything in our usual scheduled time on, what is it, the 3rd of December? Yes. We'll be back on the 3rd of December. Everything will be hunky-dory. We'll be back for, what, 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll be out again for Christmas break. All that stuff you can find in the event schedule in the Discord if you are curious or you forget. But, you know, we will not be here next week, so we are thankful. I am thankful, as always, folks, for each and every one of you guys tuning in to stream, watching the video or the VOD after the fact, hanging out, playing with us in the events. I love it. I love doing this for you guys. I love doing this with you guys. It's been a real pleasure to get to hang out with all of you for these last 6 years, playing all these games of Final Fantasy TCG together. really, I am so thankful for this opportunity we have to hang out and spend time together, get to share our enjoyment of this awesome game, and I'm thankful for the cool community that we put together and built over these years. So thank you guys so much, as always, from the bottom of my heart. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. We wouldn't be doing this without you. So I hope that you guys all have wonderful holidays with your family and friends, and celebrate. You all deserve it. And make sure to vocalize what you're thankful for. I think it's, you know, especially to people in your life that you're grateful for. I know it sounds a little corny, dude, but make sure to let them know. Really, that's what this time of year is all about. Just kind of starting that kind of love, and I always see examples of it. Even today, there was a brand new person in the Discord looking for some advice, and Bridian gave him some great help, and then he even reached out to me and was like, hey, like, here's some things I answer for people all the time. Maybe this stuff should kind of be like posted somewhere in there. I'm like, hey, thank you so much for helping that guy. Like, yeah, I'll get that stuff up in the rules, you're right. Like, you know, everybody's looking out for each other. I can always rely on you guys being kind and helpful to new players or to people who are wondering what we got going on here in chat, so I appreciate that as well. That's it. I'm done being sappy for the week, but we get to do that once a year, so. Alright, we got Cindy coming down. She's looking at the top 5, as she does. She's going to add up to 1 Earth and up to 1 Ice or Lightning card. So we're going to add the Shantoto for Earth and the Prish for Ice. My Thanksgiving sounds like your Christmas food-wise. We just have a bit more summer seasonal food. Yeah, so we have, it's very like fall coded, so it's like pumpkin pie, yams, like, you know, sweet potato, that kind of stuff. But I will say, honestly, Thanksgiving and Christmas here, I mean, they're only a month apart. They're like very samey food-wise. At least for me, growing up my whole life, they've always been very similar. Usually Thanksgiving is the turkey and Christmas is like a ham or like a nice cut of meat or something. But sometimes Christmas is turkey too. So, you know, they are very similar. I think the things that are unique to Thanksgiving for us is like the cranberry sauce, some of the specifics on the vegetables, like green bean casserole, stuffing for sure. Some of that stuff is kind of Thanksgiving specific, but largely, you're right, we sure do a lot of same. Yeah, prime rib, that's one we do a lot too. We do, yeah, like prime rib or a ham for Christmas, but all the other stuff is very samey. Yeah. We just switch up the meats, dude, and some of the sides. They don't even go out of the way to advertise Thanksgiving anymore, man. Well, then we got to do it ourselves, folks. We got to be here and celebrate the season. That's why, look, we got a Thanksgiving themed tournament title tonight. I'm talking to you guys about what I'm thankful for. We're talking about delicious Thanksgiving food, man. What's everybody's favorite kind of pie? You know what these Ice Earth decks do? They give us a lot of time to talk about other stuff. Yuffie is going to come down here and she's going to try to stop the bleeding. The thing that's a little bit tricky here, man, is that Logan's just getting set up, and Kurt has kind of had this classic Moogle, looked really good turn 1. Kind of took the second turn off to have like this limit break Emperor going on. We saw this Regis go over here to damage. We saw a Tiro get pitched, but it's been tough to get going with the setup here. And an Earth Wind deck normally wants to be set up, man. Normally the most unfair things you're doing in an Earth Wind deck are usually cards that synergize together and are not individually powerful effects. So Yuffie, while she is individually powerful, is definitely just helping the rest of this deck function. And so when she's out here by herself, she does have some cool solo energy, because, you know, she can't be targeted by these things. They're going to try to scoot her out of the way, and that can't be targeted by abilities on the opponent's turn is typically very good against ice decks. However, there is a lot of non-targeted removal that we're packing in this Ice Earth deck. In fact, you could say it's one of the specialties of the color combination and the strategy that we are deploying here. Not to mention, once we find an Arcanist, we'll be able to stop Yuffie from attacking, which does get rid of her protection there. So it's going to be, it's already an uphill battle here for Kurt. I think, you know, early on it looked like it might actually be Kurt getting set up way ahead of Logan, as Logan had like to slam the Rufus start and then went down to 1 card in hand post Rydia, and it looked like, oh, okay, you know, this actually might be a troubling position over the next 2 turns for Logan while Kurt gets set all the way up, and then instead Kurt's just getting to his second backup Claris now, and then he's got the Regis that he probably would like to find over here in damage. And then Kurt just says, yeah, I got no way out. Just do whatever you're going to do in response. He attacks it to Yuffie. He hits the Yuffie with the Kujata, and Kurt just says, yeah, good game. I think this one's over. So, yeah, I think, unfortunately, it just really didn't work out. Kurt just kind of walked into a brick wall on the second turn here, and it's a shame to see it go that way. So let's switch tables. We don't need to stop. He's already dead. We'll spare Kurt and give him some of his he can keep some of his dignity. We'll go to table 1 and see what's going on over here. So we've got table 1 is going to be Ice Wind versus another Ice Lightning Earth deck with a little bit of a different lean to it. So let's get in here. This one is going to be Brian on the bottom and June on the top. All right, I didn't read the pie answers. What do we got? Pumpkin sweet potato pie. Dude, you know what? I haven't had a sweet potato pie in a dog's age. But yeah, pumpkin pie does it for me for sure. Apple pie, but only when it's warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. Okay, apple pie is my favorite pie. And, you know, back in the day, I miss my grandma very much. My grandma used to always, whenever it was my birthday, she would always make me an apple pie because she knew that was my favorite, dude. So, of course, it's also got a little special place in the heart for me there. It's a little unfair to the other pies, if I'm being honest with them, that we have that history, me and Apple. There's nothing that they did wrong, you know? It's just Apple was there for me. But I am God, it does not work for Christmas or Thanksgiving, okay? But, oh my God, I love a key lime pie. Love a key lime pie. Anyway. Meat pie, there you go. Yeah, cream pie, meat pie, yeah, cow pie. My favorite kinds of pies. Pizza pie, you know what I'm saying? Hey! The most pie that I'm gonna eat while I'm home visiting in New Jersey is definitely pizza pie. Okay, so we've got Final Fantasy VIII Lean here, Adea, coming down on the table. This is new Adea, right? Yeah. You can search for a Final Fantasy VIII character of 2 or less and play it onto the field, which is kind of neat. You can get this some backups, I'm sure. At the end of each of your turns, if you control 4 or more Category 8 characters, draw a card. Glad you got her out for me. Oh, the Alone? Dude, watch out. Dude, Adea is gonna take over your mind, bro. I guess it's ultimately gonna take over your mind, bro. Alexander on the cast. Yeah, so we're doing our cast stuff now. Do not be fooled by the 3 ice backups. Whoa, we gotta look at top protocol violation. Run the sirens. We got a protocol violation, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, table 2. Logan got a 7-1 over Kurt. At least it was fast. Kurt, what happened? It looked so good, turn 1, Kurt. Tell us a little bit about what we didn't get to see, Kurt. What kind of deck were we playing? For him, definitely no. For him, it didn't look so good at all. For him, he pitched 2 cards, played a Rufus, and passed, man. And then on his second turn, he had to pitch 3 cards to play the Refia. Meanwhile, you had, or the Rydia, you had a backup the first turn, man. I thought we were cruising. And then there were no more backups. Earthwind Retainers with Luzo. Oh, cool. I mean, clearly it worked the first round. He forced discard before I could play my second backup. Yeah, I mean, I saw the second, like, the Rufus attacked, you know, but yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, it sucked. No follow up there until Claris. And Claris lives at home with both parents. Here we got Rala making an appearance in yet another deck. Oh wait, no, we stole their Rala. That's when they said Dulzidane reveals the top card of the deck, gives control of Rala, and then types no. Okay. Yeah, we stole Rala from June. Oh no. What a gross card to give wind. I guess they don't have ways to dull it, but they sure can reactivate it without paying, huh? I guess we do have ways. Never mind. We're not just wind, we're ice too, right? So, like, can we Sid Haze our own guy? No, we can't. We can't Sid Haze our own guy. That's not a thing. Can we Surge Haze our own guy? Can Surge Haze target your own forward? I need a Surge Haze check. He can. There you go. That's some synergy. We Surge as our Rala. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's some BM too, man. Victoria for 7K? Were we two-piecing somebody here? Excuse me. Oh, Garuda got blocked and now. Yeah, okay. Oh, Hecka, and then I see. I missed the Hecka. It was expensive, man. killing the Garuda too, and not the Rala. I mean, you could just declare an attack with Rala and kill Victoria, right? Pretty free. Oh, we're gonna do something first. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, Seymour makes his debut here. When Seymour enters the field or attacks, you may pay 1. When you do so, select the 2 of the 4 following actions, and we use the Every on the one that's perfect and also very thematic with this card. We use to select up to 2 of the following actions. You can choose to dull forward to break it. Choose up to 2 characters, dull them, and freeze them. During this turn, the cost required to cast your next summon is reduced by 4, or your opponent discards a card. So it looks like we are going to break Hideout. We are going to dull freeze 2 characters. I don't know why we didn't dull freeze 2 backups, because when we attack with the Rala, we break the Victoria. In fact, we have to. We don't even have a choice. Maybe we forgot. Because we could dull freeze 2 backups instead, but that's okay. We were just so excited to do Seymour, dude. And then we everyed the backup up for him. Very efficient. Hey, look, you know, you're using your opponent's Rala. I think there's room for grace there. Dude. Sin Rala, dude. We've got the boys. Okay, we're going to use Mateus to break the Seymour here. Because when Seymour attacks, he also gets to pick both of them. So we're gonna, we're dulling Seymour before he attacks, so we don't even want to let him get those choices, of course. We don't want to break him because he would still get both triggers. So funny. It's so funny. It's a card, man. He says in all caps, so I technically have my backup still. Oh, sorry, all caps, yeah. So the Seymour got dulled before we paid, because you do have to pay on attack or on enter. It's crazy the Seymour just gets to keep repeating those effects, man, and he's got a decent bod. Pretty powerful, man. He gets to discard and he gets to dull freeze the characters, he gets to break dull forwards. Like, a lot of good modes on that guy. Now you got the Sin can just cancel any auto ability. So the forwards are the ones that can't use action abilities, but for 2 wind and 2 anything else, choose 1 auto ability, cancel its effect. With 4 cards in hand and the 2 backups up, you gotta assume that we have 2 cancels on demand here. No problem. No problem. So yeah, Brian's thinking now. So obviously we're trying to bait the auto cancels, but at the same time, we only have so many cards in hand and backups up. Like, there's only so much baiting that can even be done. Like, we're just gonna get this character and we're gonna cast it, right? It's really, really funny to see this character. By the way, I love this guy. He's 4,000 damage for each CP of a different element paid to cast him. In a world where you're playing like Cindy's and Tyros and stuff, it's very easy to get that to be a 12k, 16k type of guy. But we are just going to see that summon. That summon will kill one of our forwards. It is a pretty efficient play that will get 3 colors quite easily. So we're going to decide, nah, I don't think we're going to deal with that. So we're going to go ahead and just put that back where it came from, or so help me. If it is dull or has received damage, break it. Oh! I knocked this thing all on the ground. Yeah. So the question in the chat here, they answer it themselves that they're correct. Where they say, if I activate him, does it blow out Moomba? Basically, like, will it still kill him? And Moomba says, if it is dull or has received damage, break it. And it checks that at resolution. And the forward is, we can make it active, so it is not dull, so it does not break. When Moomba resolves, Moomba does still resolve fully, it just doesn't break the forward. Because Moomba doesn't say choose a dull forward. So it's funny, because in a lot of situations like that, it would fizzle the thing because the target is no longer legal, but that is legal, it just doesn't do anything. And then they're saying, yep, GG, because it's looking pretty strong. I mean, when you, not only you have, you know, tier 5 backups faster and 2 decks that want to play the long game, but you get a big cast turn off, then you catch your opponent's raw lot, like this insane tech bomb that if it's protected can just do gross stuff. Then you have 2 different cards that have left on the table, 3 different cards with Sid Hayes this turn, but he just came down. But you have 2 different cards that, like, if they're just left on the table, the game is over, right? And then Sin is just sitting here to protect them, and he becomes one of those cards after a turn or 2 also, because then you can afford to use his ability pretty easily. And it's just getting, yeah, it's getting worse and worse for June over here now. We're still in the game. We're still playing, turns out, despite being like, yeah, it's over. You know, we had the old, yeah, GG. Like, I'm screwed, you know? Still going through it, though. I mean, there's a chance we have, it says you shuffled the break zone. Mills 2 cards in the break zone. And shuffled the break zone, lol. It doesn't matter. They're like, I'm dead. My dog's gotta go out. I'm dead. Taking the damage. Yeah. Good game. Alright. Table 1, table 2. That means there's only table 3 left. Let's see what's going on over there. Well, we got a table 3. Table 3 is, well, we actually didn't see what Greg was playing yet tonight. And Greg looks like he's playing a Final Fantasy 13 deck that is almost all the way there against a mono water that is absolutely hanging out for dear life on its 6th point of damage. Let's go ahead and get live in the game here and see, so you guys can see what I can see. It is Desperation Station here. We are full mass, 6 damage for mono water. Lightning is on the table. God only knows what Final Fantasy 13 forward is in hand that was returned back at the end of the turn. Sarah says it's all over if she comes down. But we have a Marlboro out, we have a Tros, we have like the ability to do some stuff this turn, but we really need like a Witch of the Fens, man. Or even, can we even get to like a 5th monster? Like being able to at least return more of this stuff to hand maybe can do it for us too, and just have less attackers viable next turn. But I think it may not even come down to attackers. It may just come down to Sarah just comes down and oh, that's it. Oh, we had the Witch of the Fens, folks. We had the Witch of the Fens. We're playing with our food. Witch of the Fens is gonna just go ahead and lock this whole situation down. Folks, is that also Gao? Okay. And also Gao. Why don't you go ahead and put that on the bottom of your deck. And then I'll say go. And you let me know when, you know, when you're gonna do stuff. I guess no, you want to get the number of Final Fantasy 13 forwards down to 0. You don't want any of this Sarah shit happening without your ability to why take a chance? Tros is going to attack. We're going to return Vanille to hand, which is a little sketch. We're going to draw a card. Deal the damage there. Caius. Yeah, I mean, there's no way we leave this lightning on the table. I mean, we just clear this board before the end of the turn. Apollo gets introduced to lightning, and they leave the room together. Wait, we passed? I mean, I'm sure he's still gonna be fine. Just, yeah, I'm surprised. Because if he has 2 characters that don't create stacks when they enter, and one of them is the Sarah, right? Well, no, I mean, I get that, right? But I mean, now it's fine because we're using Cloud. I was just thinking of the, like, isn't Sarah just like a lethal line if we had a forward that didn't have an auto ability? Where is she? No. Okay. Oh no, you don't. It's not a part to use the ability. It's it has to. They still have to be there after you use it. Never mind. That's fine. Yeah. I'm just like, man, isn't this scary though? Then sure. This is fine. Alright, well, you you needed to stabilize, and you've completely deleted your opponent's board. That is exactly how you stabilize. FF13 does still have some scary, hasty cards, but no, we don't have it. And you see Greg take that 7th point of damage here as Blue Worm turns sideways. Well played here by these guys. All right, that is the last of round 2. That brings us into the final pairings, the final match coming up any minute here. Don't go away. Give us just a second. There. All right, let's see. Table 170, Brian to June. Table 3, we just watched that one wrap up. 7-6, very close. All right. Next and final. Greg with the bye. How unusual. Let's go ahead and post pairings. Clears. Let's see, 55. 35. Oh, not 835. 935. This is our final round. All right. Pairings are up, folks. Don't worry, you can return to your Mega Bonks or your Arc Raiders or whatever you will be doing or jamming or playing any minute now, as we are wrapping it up here on the weekly for number 312. In the finals, we've got Logan versus Brian. So we've actually got Ice Wind versus Ice Earth with a little bit of lightning, a little seasoning of lightning on top. It's very, very cool to see so many ice cards in the weekly these last 2 weeks. It's been an element that has needed a little bit of love. Outside of Knights, it has not seen a whole lot of play. Started to have a little bit of Warrior lean to it, and there were a lot of Ice Warriors this set. We haven't really seen anybody mess with that stuff yet, but people are certainly into the Ice. Like, all the discard and control cards for Ice in this set seem to really be scratching an itch for those Ice gamers, man. DLC for SRWY dropped last night. I'm sorry, what's SRWY? Am I old, man? Super Robot Wars Y, dude. Word. Does it have any relation to Super Robot OG Saga Endless Frontier? Or wait, Super Robot Tizen. Was it Super Robot Tizen OG Saga Endless Frontier? Is that the name of the game? I played a game for DS back in the day that was like an insane RPG. And it had a crazy long name. Pretty sure it was Super Robot OG Tizen Endless Saga, something like that. Something like that, dude. Okay, there it is, dude. Alright, dude. Super Robot Tizen OG Saga Endless Frontier. That's the game. Heisen was used instead of Wars with those releases in part because there were some existing shows called Robot Wars. Oh, very interesting. Yeah, basically, if anybody knows fellow returner and roommate Alex, he was like, we're gonna go get this RPG from the store. They have 2 copies of it, and it's really gonna be great. And then I bought one, and he bought one, and yeah, it was a really, really fun turn-based RPG for the DS. The way that the combat and combos and stuff worked in that game were so cool. Very fun. Alright, table 1. Let's get in there, folks. Let's get in there. Alright, here we are in the finals match for tonight. We've got Logan on the left. We've got Brian on the right. Logan riding in the left player slot all night long, dude. Logan knows how to make those octagon rooms, and he makes them fast, I guess. Everybody always joining the Logan lobby. He's a pro, you could say, by now. Alright. Get the names. There we go. Logan opening with a Nero Leko Haboka coming down from Brian. I love Leko Haboka, so I actually did a little bit about this guy on stream a couple weeks ago. I really liked this guy in Dancers. I used to play him back in Opus 15. I played him in Sky Pirate Dancers, and he lets you play cards in the end phase, which is really cool, because typically your opponent would want to respond to things you're doing. But by resolving his ability in end phase, it creates a stack they cannot respond to. So you get to kind of cheat a little bit there. Lego Haboka, for now, he's just going to be playing CP very, very, you know, innocently. And then one day he will deploy his master strategy. Lock is going to help with things like that. I'm going to go ahead and put Lock in our hand for the future turns. Future turns. Dude, we're 1 of Tomos away from being in a really, really good spot here from Brian. Goes for the Sid Waff play and passes the turn over to Logan. Logan knows exactly what he's up against now. If you're this Ice Earth deck, oh my god, he just discarded Mishragon. I was gonna say, I literally was just about to make this point. I said, if you're an Ice Earth deck and you look across the table and you see that you're sitting across from an Ice Wind deck and you see a card like Leko Haboka, you want to hold on to your Mistdragons for sure, is literally what I was gonna say. He pitches one, maybe he's got another one in hand, but you want to hold on to your Mistdragons, man, because the way that they do those big turns, the way they extend those turns is by drawing those extra cards or activating cards with Asura and Alexander, and you want to keep your Mistdragons to disrupt those combo turns. Can be quite effective. Looks like we're just going to go right into the Nordstallen. Freezing the backup is fine by me. You actually helped me be on curve because I played this extra backup last turn, so now I just play Nordstallen and pass. Now Weiss is looking for a buddy so that he can trigger more frequently, but we're not really ready to play a buddy yet. The Weiss is going to attack first and put a Kefka in the damage zone. I wonder how many of those are in Brian's deck, but there's a chance that there's only 2 or 1, and that we would just got rid of one of them is potentially pretty big as far as the payoff is concerned. Depending on how addicted we are to the Sid Hayes discount, though, this could be a card that is seeing higher amounts of play at like 2 or 3 in this deck. All right, we did get his buddy. So Weiss was looking for a partner in crime. I was talking about that earlier, looking for somebody to help him trigger more frequently. However, what we do want, though, is in this battle of wits of these two decks. Oh my goodness, the yawns, dude. You know what? I didn't have any coffee today, and that's on me. So I apologize. It's very awful of me to yawn on stream and to make you yawn. Ugh. Anyway, what we were talking about earlier is these two decks both want to play this long game, this late long game. And when we've got only two backups from one of them, we're really overly reliant on the forwards sticking around and getting their effects off. So we play this this Rufus. We're able to just kind of answer it on Brian's side of the table by using this Sephiroth here. Now Sephiroth is suspended until the end of the next turn. We'll probably be playing him next turn at that nice discount. Might be part of a Lecco combo turn, we'll see. Going into the turn right now for Brian, starting with the Tomos is great news. Sephiroth here, he's only going to cost 3. And then he'll make a discard happen. End trigger activating 2 more. Yeah, I am curious what the Lecco Hoboka angle is in this deck. Obviously, we're going to be able to sack it to play a character of 4 or less, or maybe is it 5 or less on the third cat. 4 or less is what I thought. Getting the Sid Hayes. Triggering a Tomos. Playing Zidane for 0. Revealing Gestalian Empire Sid, which is actually huge. Oh my goodness, it's actually insane. He can go get Locke, he can go get Kefka. Getting Locke right now actually getting Locke right now actually lets him break the monster and discard another card. Man, that's pretty gross. We're gonna go to attack phase. We're gonna take yet another card with Zidane because boy, the getting is good, so we might as well keep getting. Oh, Sid Hayes missed his targets here. Logan being a real gamer and giving his opponent that trigger. It does say choose 2 characters. It is not up to, so we did have to remind him of that. So Logan just taking care of the business. We are going to trigger Lecco in the end phase. I wonder what card we're going to play. Are we going to break the Dull Weiss? Are we going to set up a backup chain? Like, I want it to be something spicy and crazy, but I feel like it might just be a pretty normal setup here that we see. Looks like maybe we're not even sure what we wanted. We're elbow deep in the deck, trying to think of something to pull out of there, and we do have a lot of options. Anything 4 or less, and it is character as well. That flexibility is very nice. We got, that's an interesting choice. We picked Aerith. And we chose the Byblos. It makes you wonder why we didn't keep our backup and just do like a play the Empire, or the Gestalian Empire Sid, play Locke, kill the monster. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we could still do all that later, but I think we were excited to let go Haboka, and then I don't know that it was worth it to just do this Aerith. Personally. Alright, the opponent pushes to nuke the Sid Haze, because that's an annoying card to leave on the table. But that's all they got, so we're going to pass it back over. Alright, so Sephiroth is gone because we didn't play him. He only sticks around for so long and then he leaves. He has a fleeting memory. He's got to get to one of the other worlds or something that he's joining together. Who the fuck knows what's going on in this new world of Final Fantasy VII? All I know is I don't know, you know? Alright, so we do the Gestalian Empire Sid search for Kefka and pass the turn there. It's just very, very passive turns from Ice Earth, or sorry, from Ice Wind, which is giving Ice Earth a chance to get a little foothold here to claw back into the game. And they're absolutely going to take it. I mean, this Prish is going to be coming in next turn. We've got the repeatable discard lining up. Once that Prish comes in, and we've got this Unalesca backup, the Weiss and the Biblos are going to be triggering left and right. Oh, and here comes Rufus to start off the party a little bit early. And he's going to definitely say, get a discard down. Yep, discard is the choice. Benedicta is discarded. Now we've got the Weiss trigger. We've got the Biblos trigger. And we're feeling pretty good about it. Back over to Brian. Brian, like I said, I think not last turn, but 2 turns ago, the Lekka Haboka, we just got excited to use them. Hey, you know what? It's the only male Mithra in Final Fantasy XI. I'd be excited too. Alright, but we cashed Lekka Haboka in, and we just got this Aerith to turn off the Biblos. When we've got a deck that has lock in it, and we took our opponent's Gestalian Empire Sid, we would have been overpaying by 1, but playing the GE Sid, getting lock, paying 1 and tapping the backup for lock, pitching 1 and tapping the backup for lock, I mean. We kill the monster. We make them discard, or don't freeze these forwards as the pesky forwards. And then we have 5 backups. Instead, we do this Lekko route, play the Aerith. Aerith takes Biblos' abilities away, sure. And then that's it. And the next turn, we play the GE Sid for a Kefka that we're not going to play yet. And then it's interesting. I think we got hung up on Lekko. I think we just got excited to do it, which is fine, dude. It's a fun card. It's a fun card and we're having a good time, you know? That is an expensive Aerith, I know, right? Sacking a 4-cost backup for it. It's not cheap. The Weiss freeze on the Sid. Dude, have any of these Sid Woffs even gotten any action tonight, man? We haven't really seen the EXs hitting. And the decks that do play them haven't been the ones... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, you know? You know, I don't know. Yeah, you sack the backup, you have one less CP for the rest of the game, plus, like, it's a really powerful effect, and we used it to neutralize something we had another way to neutralize. That was even more efficient. So I think that's what makes me think we did it, like, we didn't know what we wanted to play. We just were like, oh, this has got to be good value, and then we sacked it. And then we started looking for what we wanted to play, you know what I mean? I think if even Brian goes back to that turn and watches it and thinks through it again, he's like, yeah, I just wanted to use like a Hoboka. Like, I probably would not have sacked the back up there. Alexandru. Yeah, so we're starting to get cooking here. It's a big cast turn. We get the Lulu, we get Alexander, we cast Alexander, we're targeting Weiss with it. You know, we've played the Serges here. It's Cast City, baby. We've used the Tomos. But what is the end game? Was that it? Is it just like a little bit of pressure and developing some stuff? We got 2 cards left in our hand here. We Lulu'd back the Alexander. We cast it for 1. I don't think there's necessarily a follow-up waiting in the hand here. I think we might be we might have just been hoping to see one. He says, sorry, I'm thinking. Maybe does he still have... I feel like he had a lock that went to hand early that I don't know that I saw pitched. He might still have the one, and he's contemplating whether or not it's worth getting rid of his entire hand for a lock play. This is Victoria now. Victoria killing the Weiss that we shrunk with the Lulu. Aerith turning sideways and hits an Odin. Odin can cook one of these forwards, however, it will trigger Sid Woff. If we kill the Aerith, then triggering Sid Woff will also trigger Biblos. So I know there's a lot to decide. He says, I'm going to choose not to use it. Doesn't want to open the can of worms. Hard to blame him. Is this Limit Break Shantoto, man? We still had the LB deck. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hit him with the Limit Break Shantoto for Zidane and Victoria. Limit Break, Serges, Lulu. Everybody's gone. It's a good, clean sweep. Well, we're back to 5 backups on the ice wind side of the table. It's getting a little bit late in the game here, which is what Ice Earth normally wants. However, we do have a lot of things like the Zidanes that kind of can come down and do their thing right away. Now, we have to be careful because Arcanist is down, so I think Brian needs to start to go. He needs to get another, you know, kind of go wide turn, ideally involving Sid Hayes, Locke, etc. He needs to dull freeze the Arcanist backup so that it cannot extend the game so many more turns. And then he needs to just wrap it up, baby. What Logan wants to do is drag it out, dude. He's probably gonna get to the another Prish, another Kefka turn. We have Shantota. We've got the backup still in the deck for when this forward goes. We've got Neo X Death. Plenty of ways to wipe and reset. Do our thing. Alright, starting the turn with Rosa, that is usually the start of a big turn, so let's see how it plays out here for Brian. Cast 2 is Zidane. Milling the cards off the top of Logan's deck. It is 2 ice cards. That is going to be a draw, which is nice. Aster, oh my goodness, dude. Aster Protoflorian is coming down. Old Bulbasaur himself says hello. Bulbasaur comes down, we're going to pay the extra 2 CP, we're going to choose a forward and break it to shoot the Zidane limit break guy. Like I said, man, Logan is just trying to drag this one out, dude. Man, so turn was not as big as maybe Brian wanted it to be. Logan's turn is pretty slow as well. Aster kills the Zidane. Okay, go ahead. Now Brian's like, okay, well, check this out. I've got these are the moves I wished I could have made the turn before. I Zidane just to buy some time. Now I've got Sid Hayes. Now I've got the Everay to turn my backup back on. Here comes my third cast. It's Sin. I'm gonna activate all my backups because of Rose's ability. Also, Sid Hayes is now online. One of the things we'll be dull freezing with Sid Hayes is absolutely going to be the Arcanist. One of the things we're going to be doing is responding by activating said Arcanist. Wow, actually going for Unalesca. Interesting. And passes the turn. I gotta turn my auto scroll back on here. I'm missing all these. Alright, so that goes back to Logan. Logan. Got the dull frozen shit Toto, KZ Unalaska, but does still have his Arcanist good boy that he's gonna leave up. 5 in hand. Now the Arcanist is not a forward, so we can activate its action ability through Send, which is good. That's important. We can say that 3s can't attack. Send's the only attacker next turn. We literally could just draw pass and have just keep the 5 cards in our hand, animate Arcanist when we need to, and then go to the next turn with absolute cannon fire. Might be my play. And that's it. It's just that simple. It is going to be that draw pass like we kind of predicted from Logan. He's just going to wait for the Arcanist activation. He's chilling. Is that Benedicta? That's very cool. Benedicta priming. She's going to come in as Garuda, which will activate all of our backups. And she can attack this turn. She's got that haste, which is nice. Now whatever third thing we do is also going to activate all of our backups again because of Rosa. And here comes the attack phase. Looks like we're going to turn that Garuda sideways, and we've got a little something for it. We're going to say, there. Oh, that's better. Sorry, guys. I don't know how long that was messed up for. I just noticed that it was, it was not picking up the old mic. Mao, what is good? We're in it for a long one. So good to see you, Mao. Mao Popo. It almost comes down. Oh boy. Okay, here's gonna be the absolute big wombo. If we have a turn where we've got a lot to do, this is the one. We've got only 7 cards left in our deck. We need to just convert all these crazy threats into a W. The Arcanist stands tall. He stands ready to stop 3s from attacking. However, we do have a 5 and a 4 that should be able to manage. We are going to do this, and we are going to say, yeah, the 3s can attack, sure thing. I'm thankful for Snugsy's cute feet. Thank you, Mao. Oh, they are not, I mean, you know, they're feet. And Nick's sweet, shiny, juicy ball. Hey, you gotta love the classics, dude. Obviously known for my cute feet. EX Terra put Odin into our hand, and then it triggers Sid Waff. We're going to target a card, and it is actually Shantoto that goes to the break zone there. Man, these guys down to 6 and 7 cards in the deck respectively. 10 minutes left in the round still though. We will be seeing the end of this one. We on the clock, that's right. Heck 5 coming down, man. That is a lot of damage. That is not an action ability. That is not an auto ability. That is just pure muscle. That's going to clean up 3 of those forwards. Nice and easy. Sid Hayes, Rosa Sin, gone. Sid Hayes, Rosa Sin, send them to the bin, dude. You know what I'm saying? Now, Garuda is marked for 8k, but not marked for death. I don't think there's any way that we have the finisher besides a Victoria, which Brian has too many cards in his hand for, so... Yeah, I think we're just chilling. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have any limit break left. Also, Victoria, you know, it's a little expensive and doesn't do the thing, but we also have no limit break cards left. Oh, Asura, get back Zidane. There he is. Zidane's gonna be milling and chilling here. We're gonna have to say 2s on Arcanist to stop Atomos and Zidane from attacking. Zidane is still gonna get that top card of the deck, though. Oh, he took the Neo X Death. That's pretty crazy. I didn't notice that earlier. Who's doing something big, dude? What are we playing? Ace? Oh my god, we're playing our opponent's Neo X Death. Just cuz, dude? We're playing our opponent's Neo X Death to remove a backup, 2 backups, and kill his 1 monster that doesn't do anything? Que? We're just flexing on him? It sure seems like a little bit of a flex, dude. Zidane comes down. Let's see the top card of your deck. It's Shadow Lord. Yeah, I'll take that too. And what the fuck? Why not? I'll play it. He has style points or something. Like, what is going on? Dude, Mao, how's life? Been a minute. Before attacks, we're saying, hey, no twos can attack. Oh, well, we called that one. Zidane and Atomos are both going to get stopped in their tracks. But we are going to get to turn Garuda sideways, which activates the backup 3. Or is it just when she enters her primes? Enters her primes. Oh, when she attacks, she chooses 2 forwards and bounces them back to hand. That's right. Kate Sith says, let me take a look at that hand, actually. No ice in hand to cast the Kujata, he says. Dang, yeah. Well, that is a good game, man. And so we got there. Ice Wind got there. Brian, congratulations on the win this week with an Ice Wind deck. Life is lifing for the above average. Hell yeah, I love that, at least. Above average is good. Logan, man, you're getting close on this deck. I really, really like the concept. And he is second place, very, very close games. Second place, both of these. The Ice Wind, so there was definitely a little bit of Storm in it for sure. There's definitely like cast synergies, right? With Sid Hayes, with Locke, with Rosa. But it also just had a lot of the newer, strong ice cards in it, which is cool. And even the Legend Aerith from the previous set. So, in general, just kind of like this teched out, like, cast type of ice wind deck, which is kind of neat to see. Been a minute since we've seen that. Must be some Storm. Yeah, there's definitely some Storm, some of it in there for sure. I mean, it's like we never played any Lusos, right? But we sure took advantage of both of Rosa's triggers. So, all right, guys, that's it for us tonight. Remember, we are off next week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I am thankful so much for all of you as always, and the stream, and how we get to hang out and do all this on Wednesday nights together. I will be visiting my family up in New Jersey. I will not be around to host the stream. I will not have any stuff to host the stream with. So we will be seeing you folks the following Wednesday in December. I hope you all have a wonderful, happy, and healthy Thanksgiving and holiday. And if you are not celebrating Thanksgiving, you are not here from the States, hey, you know what? I hope you have a great fucking Thursday next week. I just hope you have a really exceptional Thursday. And maybe just even a great week. And I'll see you guys the week after that, all right? Take care, everybody. Rest up. Enjoy. Fill your hearts and fill your tummies. And I'll see you guys all on the other side. Toodles!